What if everything you thought you were was just a costume? What if the real you existed far beyond skin, flesh, or even thought? Ancient civilizations didn't wonder. They knew. Long before textbooks, satellites, or organized religion, there was a whisper from deep time, a voice that spoke not to ears, but to spirit. That voice belonged to Tehuti, the Atlantean sage, known across cultures by many names: Hermes Trismegistus, Quetzalcoatl, Trilokinath. He left behind tablets, not of stone, but of living frequency, encoded truths that defy the boundaries of time. These teachings echo across 36,000 years, untouched by decay, because cosmic laws never age. This isn't mythology, it's memory, and it begins with the most radical truth of all. Lesson 1. Consciousness comes first. Matter comes later. You are not a body-seeking spirit. You are spirit wearing a body. Like water inside a cup, your consciousness temporarily takes the shape of your physical form, but it is never limited to it. This body, this vessel, is borrowed from the stars. One day you'll return it. But the you behind your eyes, that cannot be burned, broken, or buried. It is awareness itself. The Emerald Tablets remind us that all form arises from consciousness, not the other way around. Forgetting this is the root of suffering. Remembering it is the beginning of power. Lesson 2. Time is not a straight line. It is a cycle. Modern minds picture time as a road, stretching forward. The ancients knew better. Time is a wheel, not a hallway, but a spiral staircase. The dweller told Tehuti, "Time changes not, but all things change in time." Events don't vanish into the past. They echo in cycles. You don't move through time. Your consciousness bounces from one segment to another, like a beam of light refracting through a prism. Every lifetime, every era, returns in new form. History does not repeat. You do, until you learn what you're meant to remember. Lesson 3. Death is not the end. It is transformation. To fear death is to fear sunrise. Why dread becoming what you already are? The flame of life never goes out. It only changes containers. One moment, you're inside the body. The next, you're flowing through everything. That's not death, that's remembering. The tablets teach that energy cannot be destroyed. It can only shift. You were never meant to cling to form, only to master it. The only thing that truly dies is the illusion. Lesson 4. 3 sacred currents carry life through you. India called them Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna. Tehuti simply called them the channels. These aren't metaphor. These are the inner highways of life force, flowing like rivers through your spine, into every organ, every thought. Learn to master these currents, and you master your breath, your emotions, even your destiny. Your body is not random. It's cosmic machinery. When you understand its design, you can rewire reality itself. Mystics didn't meditate to escape life. They meditated to control it. Lesson 5. Balance is the original law of the universe. Everything seeks center. Chaos swings wide only to fall back into stillness. Your emotions storm because they want peace. Your fears scream because they want silence. Even destruction longs to become creation again. The ancients knew all imbalance is temporary. The Emerald Tablets teach that balance isn't weakness. It's the only true power. Align yourself with balance, and the universe flows through you without resistance. Lose that alignment, and everything you touch becomes turbulent. Why does your body feel different when you're angry versus when you're calm? Why do thoughts alone sometimes fail to change your reality, but one deep emotion shifts everything? These aren't accidents. They're signals from your inner blueprint, a design the ancients understood with breathtaking precision. The Emerald Tablets whisper truths that science is only now beginning to echo. And we begin with a forgotten law of the universe. Lesson 6. Emotion shapes reality more directly than thought. Modern culture glorifies intellect. But Tehuti knew, it's not your thoughts, but your feelings that imprint onto the field of reality. Anger poisons the body. Grief weakens it. Joy heals. Ancient wisdom understood this long before the word psychosomatic existed. When your emotions collapse, your body follows. If you want to transform your life, you don't need more thinking. You need emotional mastery. Heal the storm within, and your outer world changes without effort. Lesson 7. Fire is the transformer of all things. There is a sacred flame inside you, not symbolic, but literal. Tehuti spoke of the inner fire, the divine force waiting to be directed. It burns in your breath, your drive, your desire. When neglected, it destroys. When mastered, it creates. Alchemy wasn't just about metal. It was about you. The fire within is the same fire that forges stars. Learn to channel it, and you can transmute pain into purpose, fear into fuel. Lesson 8. Knowledge without use is wasted power. We live in the age of information. But Tehuti warns, knowing is not enough. You can memorize every word of the Emerald Tablets and still be asleep. Wisdom must be lived, not stored. The one who speaks of light but never seeks it remains in darkness. Like a food critic who never eats, or a musician who never plays. Knowledge without application builds nothing. Truth becomes real only through action. Lesson 9. Light brings order. Darkness brings opportunity. In the tablets, light isn't just photons. It is order, alignment, divine symmetry. Darkness is not evil. It is simply disorder, raw potential not yet shaped. You are here to bring light into darkness, not to fear it, not to flee it, but to transform it. The more you organize your thoughts, emotions, and intentions, the more light you emit. This is how ancient souls healed by presence alone. Their inner order realigned everything around them. Lesson 10. Light and darkness both come from the same source. If all things come from one, then what is there to fear? Day and night rise from the same sky. Wisdom sees no enemy. In contrast, only lessons in disguise. The Emerald Tablets teach that true mastery sees unity behind opposites. Do not curse the dark. It is the womb of the next dawn. To awaken is not to destroy the shadows, but to illuminate their purpose. There is no separate source, only one. Have you ever felt that reality itself responds to something beyond logic, as if life bends not to reason but to rhythm? Ancient wisdom keepers didn't just believe this. They knew it. Through sound, form, and frequency, the Emerald Tablets unveil a deeper structure to the cosmos, one that modern science is only beginning to rediscover. This part of the journey reveals how reality itself is a dance of vibration and how you are the conductor. Lesson 11. Physical reality is a vibration tuned by consciousness. What you see, touch, and hear is not solid. It is frequency. Your senses interpret vibration and call it real. Tehuti taught that matter is consciousness made dense, vibrating at lower frequency. Modern quantum physics echoes this. Particles behave like waves, and observation affects reality. You do not live in the world. You tune into it. Shift your inner frequency, and you access a new layer of existence. You are the tuner, not the tune. Lesson 12. Words shape the world through vibration. Every word you speak carries structure. Every sound you utter casts a pattern into reality. Sing thou the song of freedom, Tehuti said, and become one with the all. Sound is not entertainment. It is creation. Sacred words, mantras, chants, these weren't rituals for the gods. They were technologies of transformation. The universe responds not to language, but to vibration. Speak with clarity, intention, and harmony, and the world will echo it back. Lesson 13. Space curves, and curves create freedom. Straight lines bind. Circles release. Tehuti taught that true motion flows through curves, spirals, and sacred geometry, not angles. He moved through dimensions, not with machines, but through consciousness curved in upon itself. Einstein's theory of relativity later proved what Tehuti already lived. Space is not flat. It bends. And through that curvature, portals open. The shortest path to the stars may be curved thought, not linear travel. Lesson 14. Polar energies must be balanced to preserve vitality. Your body is a battery, positive and negative forces constantly interacting. Tehuti revealed a strange but powerful practice. Lie with your head to the north for 1 hour, then to the south for another. It rebalances your internal poles. Skeptical? So we're the uninitiated of ancient times. But simplicity often hides profound power. Balance the charges within, and you extend your life, restore your strength, and sharpen your consciousness. The most advanced practices are often the most overlooked. Lesson 15. Earth is not your host. It is your counterpart. You do not live on Earth. You live with her. She breathes, pulses, and evolves just as you do. The same life force that animates you flows through her soil, rivers, and storms. The ancients never saw nature as outside. Earth was mother, sister, mirror. Her evolution mirrors yours. When you dishonor the earth, you disrupt your own being. But when you live in alignment with her rhythms, you reawaken a forgotten harmony that brings every part of your life into resonance. What if the shape of a flower held the blueprint of the universe? What if your growth wasn't random, but woven into the design of the stars? These weren't metaphors to the ancients. They were maps. The Emerald Tablets unveil a geometry of the soul, a design that links your personal evolution to the unfolding of the cosmos itself. These aren't teachings to be believed. They are truths to be remembered. Lesson 16. The flower of life encodes the unity of all things. From this sacred pattern springs all creation. Every spiral, every structure, every breath. The flower of life is not just a symbol. It is the blueprint of consciousness, expressing itself geometrically. All sacred geometry emerges from this living mandala. Whether the pyramids or your DNA, all form echoes this divine lattice. When you meditate on this pattern, you don't just see beauty. You remember how everything, even you, is part of a unified, intelligent design. Lesson 17. Your transformation is the universe evolving through you. The skeptic says, what can one person change? But the Emerald Tablets ask, what can one cell change in a body? Everything. Just as one spark can light the dark, your awakening shifts the entire field. You are not here to escape the world. You are here to elevate it. The cosmos evolves through your decisions, your healing, your courage. Your personal work is not personal. It is cosmic contribution. Lesson 18. The soul grows like a flame, expanding and contracting. Growth is not a straight climb. It is rhythm, wave, flame. There will be times when you feel you've lost progress, fallen backward. But Tehuti taught, contraction is preparation. Retreat is the inhale before the exhale. In darkness, the soul gathers light. Do not curse the fall. Bless it, for it is part of the eternal rhythm that leads to expansion. What looks like regression is often the winding path of sacred evolution. Lesson 19. The cosmos is made of 9 interwoven dimensions. Not one world, but many. Layered, interlocked, vibrating at different frequencies. Tehuti experienced them, moved between them, and taught that each dimension is ruled by specific laws of consciousness. Thousands of years later, modern string theory hints at the same truth. These realms aren't out there. They surround you. They are within you. Your consciousness can travel these planes, but only when attuned through discipline, intention, and deep energetic alignment. Lesson 20. The heart contains wisdom beyond the mind. The brain analyzes. but the heart knows. Tehuti revealed that your heart is not a metaphor for love, but an organ of cosmic perception. It doesn't just pump blood, it listens to the divine. Science now confirms what mystics long knew. The heart has its own intelligence. When you drop from head to heart, you align with truth that needs no proof. The tablets teach that the heart connects directly to the field of creation itself, bypassing logic and touching eternity. Have you ever glimpsed something greater in a moment of silence? A sense that life is far more magical than it appears. That's no accident. It's a signal, a crack in the illusion. The Emerald Tablets aren't just teachings. They're activations. They stir something ancient inside you, something that already knows. As we dive deeper, we begin to meet the ancient mechanisms of transformation, powers hidden in plain sight, waiting to be awakened. Lesson 21. The physical body can transcend its limits through energetic mastery. Olympians hint at it. Yogis embody it. Tehuti taught that through mastery of polarities, breath, and intention, the body becomes a vessel of limitless potential. You are not bound by biology. You are a field of living energy. You can slow aging, increase vitality, and unlock capabilities long forgotten by modern man. Not through fantasy, but through frequency. Align your energy, and the body follows. This is not superstition. It's ancient science. Lesson 22. The Great Pyramid is a gateway, not a tomb. Why does the Great Pyramid encode pi, phi, the speed of light, and celestial alignments with impossible precision? Tehuti revealed that it was never a burial site, but a dimensional tool, a resonance chamber, a consciousness launcher. Within its chambers, energy was focused, souls were prepared, and initiates were transformed. It holds the memory of a time when geometry, intention, and frequency were used to walk between worlds. Lesson 23. The halls of Amenti exist beyond time, within and without. Amenti is not just a place, it is a state. It exists beneath the surface of physical reality, and within the depths of your own soul. Amenti is where consciousness waits, remembers, and is reborn, accessed through vibration and inner stillness. It is where Tehuti encountered flame-like souls flickering in the void, millions awaiting rebirth. The halls are not fantasy. They are the inner sanctum of evolution, and they're calling you. Lesson 24. Hold your awareness at the brow to preserve soul memory after death. In the moment of death, most forget, but the initiated remember. Tehuti taught a practice, echoed in Tibetan teachings. Keep your focus between the eyebrows, the seat of consciousness, as you transition. This retains your awareness, preserves your lessons, and allows continuity between lives. Death is not the end. It is the test, and your preparation determines how far your soul can carry what it has gained. Lesson 25. Meditation is only the doorway, not the destination. Many stop at meditation, but the tablets say this is just the beginning. Meditation is the tuning. The inner silence prepares you for the real work, the practices that dissolve dimensional boundaries and reawaken your dormant faculties. These are not passive rituals. They are active technologies. Breathing, chanting, visualizing, aligning. These are the keys to unlocking ancient memory and interdimensional awareness. Meditation is not escape. It is activation. What if every word you've ever spoken shaped the path beneath your feet? What if your every choice echoed in the stars? These aren't poetic ideas. They're spiritual physics. Tehuti did not merely record knowledge. He encoded reality itself into lessons. These tablets do more than teach. They awaken your memory of divine purpose, forgotten power, and cosmic duty. And it all begins with the frequency of your voice. Lesson 26. The word creates worlds. Your speech is your magic. Every sound you release is a spell. Every sentence is structure. Tehuti revealed That sound vibration is the fundamental force of creation. Words spoken in anger build prisons. Words spoken in love build bridges. This is not symbolic, it's literal. Ancient priests chanted not to impress the gods, but to align with cosmic forces. Your voice is a tool of manifestation. Watch your words. They are the blueprints of your life. Lesson 27. Giving accelerates evolution. Service is cosmic currency. What you give multiplies. What you hoard withers. The Emerald Tablets teach that evolution flows not through isolation, but through contribution. Selfishness locks the soul in contraction. Generosity opens gateways. To serve is to align with the expansive rhythm of the universe. This is not morality. It is motion. The one who gives without fear rises faster, because they are no longer bound by the illusion of separation. Lesson 28. Freedom is inner mastery, not outer control. You may master schedules, finances, even people, but if you can't master your mind, you remain in chains. Tehuti made it clear. External control is illusion. Real freedom is self-rule. The storm outside doesn't matter when the kingdom within is calm. You escape your prison, not by changing the walls, but by awakening to the fact that the door was never locked. The mind is both your jailer and your liberator. Lesson 29. Creation is rearrangement, not invention. Nothing new is ever truly born. Everything already exists in potential, waiting for conscious reorganization. You do not create from nothing. You summon from the all. Tehuti taught that manifestation is not magic. It's alignment. The ingredients of the universe are infinite and eternal. You are here to reshape them, to reorder the unseen into the seen. When you realize that everything you seek is already here, you stop searching and start shaping. Lesson 30. Power must walk hand in hand with wisdom. Strength without understanding becomes destruction. Knowledge without ethics breeds monsters. Tehuti warned that only those who balance force with insight can be trusted with true power. Ancient civilizations fell not from weakness, but from misused greatness. The real initiate does not seek power to dominate, but to heal. Without wisdom, even light can burn. Power must be held with reverence, or it becomes a weapon rather than a gift. What if the universe were governed not by chance, but by living intelligence? Beings not of body, but of pure function. Forces that shape time, light, balance, and rebirth. The Emerald Tablets reveal the nine, not as distant gods, but as reflections of your own hidden capacities. Tehuti did not just encounter them. He became like them. These are not just rulers of reality. They are aspects of your potential. Lesson 31. Ancient civilizations reached heights beyond modern comprehension. Tehuti wrote, "We of the great race had knowledge beyond human understanding, gained from star-born races." These weren't myths. These were memories. Our ancestors may not have evolved up. They may have fallen down from something greater. Could our modern world be a recovery, not a beginning? Could the stars be where our true history sleeps? Lesson 32. You are never bound, only unaware of your freedom. The chains are not physical. They are patterns in consciousness. Tehuti taught, the door is open, but habit keeps you sitting inside the cell. Freedom is not something to earn. It's something to remember. When you awaken, you don't escape the prison. You realize it never existed. The illusion dissolves, and the soul steps forward. Lesson 33. Ultimate truth cannot be spoken, only experienced. Words point, but they cannot carry you. At the peak of understanding, language fails. Tehuti said all teachings are only signposts toward the direct knowing of Source. Don't cling to the finger. Look where it's pointing. The truth you seek cannot be read or taught. It can only be felt. Enter silence. That is where the voice of the Eternal speaks. Lesson 34. Your future self is a god to those yet to come. As I to thee am God by my knowledge, wrote Tehuti, so ye too shall be gods of the future. This is not arrogance, it is responsibility. If you walk the path of wisdom, your presence becomes a light to others. You shape not just your fate, but the future of the entire human story. To awaken is to carry the torch. Will you hold it high? Lesson 35. All wisdom cycles, forgotten, then remembered. Civilizations rise, forget, and fall. But the soul moves ever onward, not bound to any one planet or time. Perhaps some ancestors left this earth, not in death, but in ascension. As you awaken, you connect to that lineage, a river of memory that flows through stars, through centuries, through you. Wisdom is not new. It is returning. The seven lords and the one beyond all. 3. The keeper of darkness governs the necessary resistance through which consciousness evolves. Death is not destruction, but a sacred transition. 4. The flame of life liberates souls. Where 3 binds, 4 frees. Together they sustain the balance of growth and release. 5. The pattern weaver sings reality into form. Through sound, through word, all things emerge. 6. The light guide leads souls through the shadows of dimension. His light is the knowing within you. 7. The Lord of Space bends time, connects dimensions, and holds the rhythm of the cosmos. 8. The Harmony Keeper ensures all forces remain in balance. Chaos cannot dominate while 8 is present. 9. The Formless Source contains all. Beyond light, dark, shape, or gender, 9 is pure potential. Unity, the origin and the return. These lords are not gods to be worshipped. They are mirrors of what you can become. Within you lies the map to all their powers. Through intention, sound, balance, and silence, you awaken, as Tehuti did, as those before you did, as those after you will. The Emerald Tablets are not history. They are a key, and now you hold it. Type "I remember" in the comments if something ancient stirred within you. Type "awakening" if you're walking the path of higher knowledge. Type "I am one with the all" if you feel the call to embody this wisdom. And if you want more sacred truths from the ancients, subscribe, because this is just the beginning.